Twitch streamer emiru accused another streamer Mizkif of assault, abuse, stalking, harassment, and threats of blackmail.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing.
When someone you don't like turns out to really be an awful person. So all of this stems from a stream that emiru did 2 days ago now, where she came out and just told her whole story, her whole experience with Mizkif, and how he just has taken advantage of her and made her life a living hell pretty much ever since they met, and especially while they were in a relationship.
So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And I screamed. Yeah.
And that's just so awful every time you hear something like that. Someone's in a vulnerable moment, just looking for someone to comfort them, someone to literally have a shoulder to lean on, and then they try to take advantage of that person. Like, it really doesn't get more low than that. That's the lowest of the low bar you can go down to.
When I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, and instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, "I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go." And he immediately left my house while I was still crying without checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time, I was still making excuses for him, and I was still afraid of causing trouble.
And that's really about as bad as it gets. It's awful to hear shit like that. But that's not all for this episode, because we still have to talk about the abuse, stalking, harassment, and threats of blackmail. This dude committed like all the 7 deadly sins.
I also had a couple other streamers report to me that he would obsessively watch my stream, and not in a like, oh, I wonder what Emmy's doing right now way, or like having my stream open. Like, he would be obsessively and attentively hate watching my stream. Like, watching my stream and just saying horrible things almost every time that I've been live this year.
Mizkif has such a clear narcissistic personality disorder, and it's not even funny. I mean, he literally has even self-admitted it.
You had 7,000 viewers when you were playing the crane game.
I had 14,000 this morning IRLing at the nonprofit.
Okay, I didn't need to hear that.
He gets upset when I succeed.
No, okay. No. I used to get upset. I'm not kidding you, chat. I used to legitimately get fucking pissed because I'm like, are you fucking serious? I brought this bitch into the world, and now all of a sudden she's fucking growing faster than I was. Because I was going like this, and she was going like this.
Damn, man.
And I'm like, what the hell is this crap? What is going on here?
So that's how he reacted in one of his previous relationships when the girl he was dating at the time, Maya, started getting more viewers than him. So I have no doubt in my mind once emiru started taking off and getting more popular because she actually makes somewhat enjoyable content as opposed to him, that yeah, he probably got pissed off about that too, which prompted him to do all the evil, heinous shit that he has done.
I couldn't understand what was happening. My viewers were dropping, Maya's were only going up. And there was a part of me that thought that I was going to be smaller than her, and I don't know if it was my ego or what, but I couldn't take it.
Shocking stuff, guys, I know. I'm sorry about that. I had to slip it in. And as emiru mentioned in her first initial clip there that I showed, she cut all communication with Mizkif. She stopped talking to him, distanced herself from him for all the various reasons stated in all the clips that we've shown so far. And now this is messages that she popped up on her stream 2 times, and also has XQC in the corner because, you know, you gotta have that brain rot in there, the primo brain rot. All the messages that he is sending to her, just spamming her over and over and over about how sorry he is, and, you know, just typical behavior from like an obsessive person who is just clearly not okay in the head and has a huge ego problem. And if someone is spam messaging anyone like this, blocks and paragraphs of messages without any response, that's not a good sign. That's a good indicator that that person is like this close to driving through your house with their vehicle. Not to your house, through your house. Like they're gonna do some wackadoo shit. And there were some allegations too that Mizkif has been writing those messages with Chat GPT or something, which is crazy.
And they tell me that he would want to discuss how he believed I still wanted him. Interesting, considering I never replied. And he would ask other guys if they thought I had slept with anyone this year. They'd be like, I don't fucking know, man. And then they told me he would say stuff like, no, there's no way she's done that. She's not like that. And she's probably waiting for me. Just really fucking gross stuff like that.
Yeah, really fucking gross stuff like that. Kind of sums it all up. And that's all I have to show you from emiru's side of things. Now let's hop to the other side of the fence here and see what Mizkif has to say on the situation.
And shouting began to increase. I was not perfect, and I reflect on those situations with poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How could you not laugh at that? Oh my god, my face is red because I was trying not to laugh at it during the clip playing, but it's so fucking funny. It makes no sense. Like, is he off in Goofy Land? Is he smoking crack before he streams? Like that doesn't make sense. It doesn't weigh the scales the same. But maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys think? You think having a plushie tossed at you is the same thing as chugging a monster, yelling at your girlfriend, and then punching multiple holes in the wall and slamming the door?
He would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruise very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but...
And just in case you needed proof to see that Mizkif does like to throw things at his girlfriends.
I'm not talking to him today.
Well, nobody asked you to, so.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Look at her face. She's so uninterested.
She said no.
Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags of Starbucks I got you over the past 2 days.
Oh my god.
Mizkif, that was
Throw
not
it back.
funny.
Throw it
Yeah,
back.
there better be.
Yeah, so Mizkif loves to throw shit at his girlfriends and then play the victim card because he gets a Kirby or clothing thrown at him. And I'll show you the violent abuse that Mizkif was enduring as well.
But Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me.
I know that might have been hard to watch. I should have put like a live leak logo in the corner or blurred it a little bit. That was graphic stuff, guys. But on a serious note here, we're going to keep going through this story, and Mizkif keeps talking about what he's going to do in the future, how he's going to handle the situation, with emiru saying that she's going to file a restraining order on him.
There is no holding back. Who cares anymore? I will expose everything about every person that you've ever known. And it is time to go full demon time.
Yo.
I'm sorry, but that might be one of the cringiest things I've ever heard. Like, does he think he's in an anime or something? This is his big, big monologue moment. Flip the hair, swoosh it back. Sun glistens off his face. It's time to go demon time. Look at that fucking smirk he has. Like,
why not?
Don't tell me I've subbed this long for nothing.
Let's watch the world.
Let's watch the world burn. So that's 2 really shitty cliche things he said in like a matter of 17 seconds. And this was apparently his final message about the emiru situation before he logged off last night. I'm going to stand up
for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations. I am not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos, calls and messages as well, if she has them. I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have that I'm going to expose as time goes on.
So basically what he's saying is that he is going to milk this drama for all it's worth because he's fallen off a little bit, and then a bigger streamer than him, Emiru, gave him some attention and gave him like sort of his time to shine again, so he's going to try to stay in that spotlight as long as he can. Ice Poseidon's cameraman here is finally in his villain arc, which I guess is fitting to say that since he wants to act like an anime villain right now with how he's speaking. So he's going to try to pivot this away from the situation at hand, which is, you know, him allegedly being a shitty person to another streamer that he dated for a little bit, to, oh, how can I bring other people into this and try to fuck over everybody?
Can you clarify what, if anything, was said to her team at TwitchCon? I said that if she goes after me, then I will go nuclear. And that is exactly what I said.
He said if she goes after him, he will go nuclear. If she goes public with her story about him being a shitty person to her and trying to manipulate her and abuse her, he's going to go nuclear on her. And the only nuclear thing he has done so far is exposed her rabbit cages, her rabbit enclosures for having bad conditions, which I'm going to have to blur.
Rabbits. These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected. This is an up-close view.
So let me get this right. He is living with his stay-in girlfriend in the same house. They have animals in their house together. And instead of helping clean up the cages of these animals, help them out whenever she doesn't seem to be, according to him, he instead records the footage for blackmail that he, I guess, is presuming that he's going to need to use in the future, instead of helping clean it up and help the animals out himself, because they're in his house too. Like, you're an adult, you're in an adult relationship, you should have adult responsibilities with each other. It's just a childish reaction, I think. But then there also was evidence that came out showing that what Emiru's cages actually look like. I don't know if this was when they were in the house, when they were living together, but you can just go through and see that, like, they're not in bad conditions here.
This one's cool. How do you pet this one?
But the person that posted this actually said they were uploaded in 2022 on YouTube during the "she left them to die" period that Mizkif was talking about. And none of that looks neglectful to me. Now, I'm not a rabbit expert, you know, I don't eat carrots and say, "What's up, doc?" But that doesn't look like terrible conditions to me. And now the last thing I want to show you is this clip from two streamers I didn't know existed until I seen this, Yugi and Arky, who kind of predicted the future of this thing with Mizkif.
That's the thing, because we were with Cinna and Bonnie, but it's just the thing that emiru, when she popped up, I was like, dude, emiru was like,
I'm not gonna lie, everyone's been so cool so far, except for like,
I feel like there has to be like a cancer, like there has to be like a reason people like, you know what I'm saying? It's always got to be that one thing. But definitely, like, emiru was definitely probably one of the best.
You think that phases me at all?
It looks like it phases him, especially when they say this.
I'm sorry. Bro, dude, that's why I'm chopped.
We weren't even dating, dumbass.
Well, of course, bro. Queen Emiru is not dating someone like you.
By the fucking gods. Hell no.
You should be
Fuck
no.
God, no. Jesus, no. Hell no.
Yeah, no, that's the face of someone who is not phased whatsoever right there. Not disturbed by that whatsoever. They're not getting to him. But yeah, as of me recording this video, it's about all the major updates with that situation. I don't really do drama content anymore, but this situation was just crazy. It seems like every time I open Twitter, there is another streamer being outed for being a terrible person. And this is just the most recent example of that, but I'll catch you in the next one.